What's going on, guys? Nathan with Technology Smash, back with another video. And today I have an opening, unboxing, and just general look around like we usually do with the OnePlus 7. So this is the OnePlus 7 regular edition that came out about a month and a half or so, maybe a month after the 7 Pro. As far as I know, this is technically like an international version because the 7 Pro is what's available in the United States, and this is what is being sold in other regions. Not that the Pro isn't available in those other areas, it's just they're trying to push the Pro in the US as far as I've seen. So the real main differences between this and the Pro is basically the screen and that pop-up camera. But spec-wise, which is great, is basically the same. So I was able to pick this up on Amazon. I got the red version, so I thought that was pretty cool looking. So we'll actually see in person how cool it is. One of the things that is already disheartening is when you have international phones or models like this, and it shows it on this sticker here. You can see it says no warranty. So that's always fun. So take a look around the box here. You just have the 7 logo kind of etched into the front. There's a nice little dent on the box for me there. OnePlus logo. On the left, we have the OnePlus 7 logo. Nothing on top. Side, go beyond speed, and nothing on the bottom. And then we just have two pieces of tape here. This is the 8 gig 256 version. So 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage. So that's pretty high for both specs. This is running a Snapdragon 855. This has top of the line specs. It's just not the Pro, so the screen is where the main difference is going to be. This has that teardrop notch that the 6T had. So right away on top here we have this red OnePlus logo, and we can pull that back. The phone is going to be sitting right on top there, so we will pull that out and move it for a second. I really love the chargers that have been coming with the OnePlus phones for a while now, and I like their packaging presentation is great. So charger, this just flaps off. The dash charging brick looks a lot different than it used to. It's more of a square all the way around, where the other one was a big rectangular brick. So on the part right here with the actual USB-A in connection, you have the OnePlus logo. There's tape, or there's a plastic protection that goes all the way around. And then on the back here, you can see power supply unit. It is a beast of a unit. So this has that dash charge option on here too. And you can see the dash charge logo right there too that they use. Nothing else under that section. And here we have that really cool, I love the power cord that they use. Red, so this will slide out if I can get it to like this. Little touches like this always make me feel like the phone is a little bit more premium than others, where they just seem to, you know, make all their cords in the exact same factory or something. And I'm sure these are too, but it's cool to have little accents like red and white on here. So there's two little rubber caps, so you can see one side is the USB-A and the other side is just the USB C port that will go directly into the phone. It is probably about 3 feet long, so probably about the length of a lightning cable. In the booklet here, top flips off, there is a case, which is great, always a cool option. I've noticed a lot of companies are starting to do that now. Create together with our community. I'll open this later, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it has a rip tab here. Let's open it and see what it is. It is in Chinese, I believe, so I cannot read that. The whole thing is. And then the little booklet that everything comes with the little SIM ejection tool, some stickers in there too for OnePlus. There's some Never Settle and the OnePlus logo here, and then the SIM ejection tool that they give, which is also a little bit different than usual and pretty cool too. Here's the case. It's just a clear, like TPU case that has no rigidity really to it. Like it's all rubber. There's not like hard plastic rails or anything in there. And here's the phone. So Never Settle logo up there, phone on the back. So we peel this around, and I got the red version like I said, so we'll set that plastic to the side. Let me go ahead and peel off the phone identification information just in case. There's another logo here too. So I have this red version, looks awesome already. Yeah, it looks really cool, nice and thin. I'm gonna go ahead and boot this up while I look around so you can see that teardrop notch up at the top right there. It almost looks like there's a screen protector installed, and there is, I can see it. So look around the phone. So on the back here, you have the shiny glass. No wireless charging, even though they're using glass. I know that's a big sticking point to a lot of the people on everywhere. They keep talking about these specs keep getting bumped up, but they're not adding wireless charging. It's whatever. I do use wireless charging, and it is convenient. So it would be nice if they did include that, but they don't. So what can you do? So OnePlus logo up here, the OnePlus lettering down there at the bottom. On the bottom of the phone, we just have a USB-C in, and then probably one of these is a speaker and one's a microphone. I'm not exactly sure yet. On the right side of the phone, you have the volume button, and then you have the volume rocker, which is always great to have. It's one of my favorite features of the iPhone, to just be able to know at any time you can just slide it over and it's silent. Great to have that on here. On the left side, you have volume up and down, and then let me actually open that to see what is actually in the SIM slot. So we'll push that in, slide that out. So this is dual SIM. You can see it has a spot for 2 SIM cards. Can't get that to focus, so that's my bad. So we'll put that in. At the top up here, you see the microphone, or the speaker grill for speaking or for listening when you're on a phone call, and then the teardrop notch. So it's got a pretty good size screen to body ratio still. It's definitely no 7 Pro, but that's not super fair, just because that phone is like 88 or 90%, something crazy like that. I'm just trying to get through these menus real quick. Let me connect to my Wi-Fi so we can just get in and kind of see what it looks like. It is hot here today, and I am feeling it big time. I do this out in my garage, so it is not comfortable. The phone feels hot too from it already. So it's checking for updates now. I'm connecting it to my network. But yeah, really not a ton, else to say. This is going to be running pretty close to stock Android. It is that Oxygen OS, and it's one of my favorite versions of Android that I've used, because the things they do change and put in here are definitely a benefit to the phone. And they, you can do themes and change to like a dark mode and things like that. Whereas other manufacturers that are putting in their spin on top of the skins usually look a lot different or cartoonish, or they take forever to update. OnePlus has been really quick to update stuff because it's so close that you can pretty much, they can update it much faster than someone like Samsung. I'm going to go ahead and skip all this and do it later, just so that I can try to get into the phone so we can just take a quick look around. We are going to do the fingerprint because I want to see how good that one is after using that Samsung A80. Wasn't the best thing I ever used. So I'm just going to make and cover the fingerprint identification area. Edge input. So now it kind of, just like iPhones and everyone else, like when they had Touch ID, it wants you to do sort of the edges and borders of your finger, because if you notice when you use a fingerprint scanner, you don't always hit it right on the money. You kind of hit it at different angles, so it just kind of has to try to capture all of that stuff. Screen off gestures, we're going to go ahead and skip some of that. We'll leave it at vivid for the screen. It's 2 different font sizes. I'll just leave it at the first. All right, so there you go. So you have the moving background too on here. So like I said, main differences, the Pro is going to have a much better screen. This is no slouch in any way for a screen, but it's going to have a much higher pixel density screen. The screen, from what I've heard, is fantastic. It's got a 90 hertz refresh rate. This is just more normal, on par with the 6T. There's no pop-up camera on top because it has the teardrop, so it's up in here. But otherwise, spec-wise, it's right on par. There's different versions you can get. Like I said, this one has 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage. So it's no slouch in any way. And this is it next to my 9, or my 10s, sorry. So you can see it's a little bit taller. It's about the same thickness, not too bad. And then the width also, it's a little bit, tiny bit wider. So feels comfortable in the hand from what I've seen and what I've messed with the Pro version. It's a hugely massive phone. So I've kind of gotten to that point where I like medium sized to smaller size phones. So not exactly was excited about that one. So yeah, I'll try to do some follow up with this phone. Let me know if you guys have any questions down in the comments below, and I'll try to get to them. But as for now, I'll talk to you guys later.